I'm going to touch on what I just said about being crafty. If you want to be a great finisher around the rim, especially over taller defenders, the first thing is you have to be ready to be crafty. You're not just going to be able to do the standard left leg, jump off the left leg, finish with your right hand. That's good. You want to master that. That's a basic layup where you jump off the opposite foot for both layups. And those are good when you're getting started. They're good for fast break layups. But when you're in the lane trying to score over taller defenders, you're going to need more moves, a wider array of moves that you can go to that can help you finish around the rim. Now, the second thing that you need to think about, along with, of course, getting crafty, is shooting the ball high off the backboard. And this is something that a lot of young players struggle with, because for so long we're taught when we shoot layups, we want to hit the square. And that's, like I said, that's a good place to get started. But the problem is, as you move up to levels, big guys will be able to pin your shots that are around the square. So you're going to have to get used to practicing layups above the square. All right? So you got to practice using the glass. And we've done a few finishing drills and stuff on this channel that can help you, like simple drills like the Mikan drill. And I did a few other crafty finishing drills that you can do. And I'll put a link in the description to that video that can help you out. But again, you want to practice hitting the ball high off the glass. So for example, instead of that, which a lot of players do, you want to try something like that, maybe even higher. Something like that. You want to get used to being able to do that, because a big man will struggle to block that. Not many, I don't care how tall you are, how athletic, not many guys can get their hand above the square. So that's why you want to aim, and you want to be able to do that with both hands, and you want to be able to do that with different moves, which I'm going to show you a few other moves you can use in a second. So remember that. You should be able to come in the lane, do any move, and then be comfortable with shooting the ball high off the glass, whether you're going underhand, overhand, or sidearm. Because remember, you don't always have to finish layups underhand. To score over taller defenders, you might have to go here sometimes. You might have to go here sometimes. So you want to be comfortable with doing all that high off the glass every time you're finishing. And I would just get into the habit of, even when you're doing layup lines, of hitting the ball high off the glass, because a lot of players want to smack glass, and in order to smack glass, the ball doesn't go that high. The ball barely touches the backboard. That's not going to work when you're facing big time shot blockers. Now I'm going to kind of piggyback off of the idea of being crafty. One of the best things that helped me that you can do are the type of layups that Steve Nash used to do. Guys like Trae Young is very good at this, where you're using the same foot, same hand layup. And again, you still want to be getting high off the glass, but regardless if you get high off the glass or not, this can still help you score over the taller defender. And here's why. Defenders, when they block shots, they time you. So usually a defender's waiting for you to take 1, 2, then he's jumping, because he knows he's going to jump, he's going to meet you at the top, and he's going to block your shot. So how do you beat that? Well, when the defender thinks you're going to do 1, 2, jump, you're going 1, jump. He's still waiting for you to take that other that other step and jump, and you're already in the air going to the basket. Like I said, Steve Nash was great at this, and is very effective because it stops the defender from being able to time you. Now his timing's off. So then the next time, he might get ready to jump when you're going here. And then you can go take that extra step and maybe finish with a reverse layup. But as you can see, being crafty is really going to help you keep the defender, prevent him from being able to time you, and prevent him from being able to block your shot. So how it would look regular is, let's say I'm here, boom, and I'm jumping right off there. First, get the footwork down, get the layup down, and just do it regular, like a regular layup off the backboard regularly, like try to hit the square. Once you get comfortable, try to increase the height of the ball with this same move. So you'd be here, going, trying to hit it high off the glass. So here, boom, high off the glass. Now, not only are you you're messing up the timing for the big man, but you're also getting it out of his reach. No way he can block that. So the next thing you want to add are floaters and runners, similar to the layups. You know how layups, we had multiple finishes. We had messing up the timing. We had high arcing or hitting the backboard high. We want to do the same things with our floaters and runners. I've done a video on floaters and runners, so you should pretty much know the difference between them and how to do them. But I'm going to add something here today. So you know, a regular runner, just here, boom. Now what I want you to do is practice getting a lot of arc on it. Now that probably will feel uncomfortable, but you can see there's no defender that's going to be able to block that. Same thing with the floater. You're used to that regular floater, and that's a good shot. But if you're facing a big shot blocker, you're going to have to shoot it higher. So you need to practice getting used to those floaters, high arcers. Not only that, but practice floaters that are weird. Same hand, same foot floaters. Trae Young does this well. James Harden surprisingly does this very often. Where you're driving and you just float it off the same foot. Instead of doing a regular runner, you're here. So I'm here, and you see what I did there. I jumped off my right foot, still shot it with my right hand, just as we did with the layups. Again, get crafty with your layups, get crafty with your floaters, your runners. You can even add a Steve Nash type of runner. So I don't know if you're familiar with this, but Steve Nash used to come and he would like shoot a shot, but a runner. So he would be on the move and he'd be here. It allowed him to have a lot of control. So he's here, he'd get in the lane and he'd shoot it. Same thing. You want to get high arc and you want to practice it at different positions on the court. Now the last thing, I kind of touched on this a little bit also, was once you're messing up their timing, you can start adding reverse layups to use the rim to protect you from a shot blocker. Kyrie is amazing at this. Steph Curry's very good at this. Whether it's off the 1 foot, 2 foot, same foot, right hand, left hand, either side, they're good at coming here and reversing. Because what the rim does is the rim stops the defender's hand. Because if I have a big guy trailing me, he's trying to block my shot, I go here, then here, there's no way he can block it. So think about all these things when you're going to finish around the basket. So again, layups, not only just regular layups, but sidearm layups, reverse layups, high off the glass, and then take that same mentality into your floaters and runners and Steve Nash floaters. So high arcing, practice off different feet,